Hello, welcome to RTM News. My name is Emmanuel Kurada. We'll be taking a look at the stories coming in our news for tonight, starting with the first story coming in South Africa. A woman arrested after trying to smuggle liquid cocaine worth 4 million rands. A 36-year-old woman was arrested in Durban for attempting to smuggle cocaine worth 4 million rands into SA. Ntombi Zanele was arrested at the weekend. The woman arrived at King Shaka International Airport on an Emirates airline from Dubai on Saturday, July 29, 2019. Said the police spokesperson Vishal Naidu. The woman's luggage was searched and liquid cocaine was found with an estimated street value of 4 million rands. The drugs were concealed in shampoo bottles. Ntombi Zanele was arrested and charged with dealing as well as for being in possession of drugs. She appeared at the Verulam Magistrate Court and has been remanded in custody until August 6 for a bail application, said Naidu. Staying in this segment, ANC will nationalize the Reserve Bank responsibly, says S. Magashule. The ANC government will push through with the nationalization of the SA Reserve Bank, but in a responsible manner. This is according to the ANC Secretary General S. Magashule, who was briefing the media on the outcomes of the governing party's National Executive Committee meeting at the weekend. Magashule said this was in line with resolutions of the ANC Nasre conference in 2017. Once more on the SA Reserve Bank Day, NEC reaffirmed the 54th conference resolution to return the sovereignty of this national institution to the people of SA as a whole. The NEC emphasized the policy positions of the ANC on the mandate of the SA Reserve Bank and its intendance as set out in the Constitution of the Republic, which mandate will be exercised with regular consultation with government. Taking a look at the last story coming in this segment, former crime intelligence boss Richard Mduli found guilty of assault, intimidation, and kidnapping. The South Gauteng High Court found the former crime intelligence boss Richard Mduli and the co-accused Mtembeni Mtuzi guilty of kidnapping, assault, and assault with intent to do grievous bodily harm. Mduli and Mtuzi appeared in the South Gauteng High Court, where Mduli faced charges of kidnapping of Opa Ramogipe in 1999. Ramogipe allegedly had an affair with Mduli's former lover, Tsedi Buthelezi. Buthelezi and Ramogipe married secretly on July 22, 1998. Ramogipe allegedly received death threat after marrying Buthelezi and was told to leave her or he would be killed. And those are all the stories we have for you in this segment. After the short break, we will continue in the rest of Africa. Stay tuned.
Programs education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. For quality programs, Wahi, education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. For quality programs, Wahi, education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Sudan suspend academic activities nationwide over student protest. Authorities in Sudan have indefinitely suspended the academic calendar nationwide in the wake of the killing of 5 protesters earlier this week. According to a Reuters report, the 5 victims included the 4 students who were shot dead on Monday during a rally in the town of El Aberd, located in central Sudan. 5 martyrs fell under sniper fire during a peaceful rally, said the committee of doctors close to the protest movement in the country through a statement, reporting an unknown number of wounded and without immediately specifying the reasons for their protest. A new round of protest was called after the incident with a secondary school student protesting across the country seeking justice for those that were killed. Staying in this segment, Mauritania frees a blogger sentenced to death over Facebook post. Mohamed Sheikh Mohamed, a blogger sentenced to death in 2014, has been freed by authorities in Mauritania. Press rights group Reporters Without Borders (RSF) have disclosed in the July 30, 2019 statement. He was released at dawn of Monday, July 29. The statement added, stressing that confessional posts on Facebook and TV had been key conditions for his release after over 5.5 years in jail. Michael Mkaiti was initially sentenced to death in 2014 over social media Facebook post, but on appeal, a court in November 2017 commuted the sentence to 2 years in jail, which he had already served. And taking a look at the last story coming in this second, Morocco's king celebrates 20 years on the throne. King Mohammed promised on Monday a new step to reduce Morocco's glaring disparities by announcing in particular a government reshuffle on the horizon of the next school year to bring a new blood. Mohammed was speaking at a speech given in his palace in Tétouan North on the occasion of his 20 years of reign, celebrated Tuesday with the traditional feast of the throne. His speech was followed by the announcement of 4,764 pardons. Some of them concerned detainees of Iraq protest movement, which had agitated the Rif region north in 2016-2017, according to an official statement that gives no further details. This is a movement born after the tragic death of a fishmonger who tried to oppose the seizure of his goods in October 2016, has resulted in hundreds of arrests and convictions. After the short break, we'll be taking a look at our Nigerian story. Stay tuned.
Programs education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. For quality programs, Wahi, education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. For quality programs, Wahi, education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives.
You're still watching RTM News. Atiku taking over Buhari's role, says APC. The All Progressive Congress has strongly condemned the 2019 presidential candidate of the opposition People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, for allegedly making comments on issues as if he was Nigeria's president. APC's spokesperson Lanre Issa Onilu, in a statement Tuesday night, said Atiku was in a habit of issuing a statement on matters which constitutionally should be reserved for the duly elected head of government. He said as a party, APC thought that Atiku, who in the past occupied such high office as the country's vice president, would clearly understand the workings of government, particularly as it borders on national security, foreign policy, and our international engagement. Staying in this segment, don't just set Edo ablaze. Obaseki tells the Senate. The Senate yesterday instructed the Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki to issue a fresh proclamation for the inauguration of the 7th Edo State House of Assembly within 1 week. The Red Chamber also said if the governor failed to comply with the instructions, the National Assembly should invoke its powers as contained in the Constitution by taking over legislative functions of the House of Assembly. But Obaseki warned the Senate that its insistence on a fresh proclamation for the inauguration of the House of Assembly could be exploited by some powerful people to set our state ablaze merely to satisfy their thirst for power and control. Obaseki gave the warning in a statement by the secretary to the state government, Osarodium Ogie, after the Senate's resolution. The Senate adopted a report of its ad hoc committee on the Edo House of Assembly crisis presented by its chairman, Senator Sabi Abdullahi, at plenary. The House of Representatives took a similar stand on the crisis 2 weeks ago. And in the last story coming in this segment, the Senate gives 43 ministers designate marching order, says they must work. The Senate yesterday confirmed that the 43 ministerial nominees forwarded to it by President Muhammadu Buhari for screening for onward presentation to President Muhammadu Buhari to assign various portfolios to them and swear them in as ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Senate has, however, given a marching order to the minister designate, stressing that they must be prepared to work in synergy with the upper chamber and exhibit a relationship that would be based on mutual respect and truth. The Senate has threatened them that while it will not be frivolous, it would ensure that it becomes very serious and stiff in the area of oversight in the course of its assignment. After the short break, we'll be taking a look at our international stories. Stay tuned.
Programs were education and entertainment for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Education and entertainment for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. For quality programs, Wahi, education and entertainment for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives.
You're still watching RTM News. Let's take a look at the stories coming in this segment. Russia to skip international talks on Venezuela in Lima, Foreign Ministry says. Russia will not be participating in international talks on the political crisis in Venezuela due to be held in Peru next month, its foreign ministry said yesterday. It said it declined the invitation as one was not extended to representatives of the government of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, among other concerns. Peru invited China, Russia, Cuba, the United States, and dozens of other countries earlier this month to discuss the situation in Venezuela in Lima on August 6. Staying in this segment, North Korea fires 2 ballistic missiles in a second missile launch in a week. North Korea has fired 2 short-range ballistic missiles off its coast, according to South Korea's military, the second such launch in a week. The 2 missiles were launched from the Wonsan area early this morning. Last 2 weeks, the launch was the first such action since U.S. President Donald Trump and the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un met in June. The North called that launch a solemn warning to Seoul over its planned military exercise within Washington. It has previously expressed anger that the annual drills will go ahead next month, an event sees as preparation for war. And in the last story coming in this segment, Dubai ruler's wife seeks a forced marriage protection order in a British court. Princess Haya, the wife of Dubai ruler Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has applied for a non-molestation order and a forced marriage protection order in a British court. According to the court documents, Princess Haya bint Al Hussein, the 45-year-old daughter of late King Hussein of Jordan and half-sister to King Abdullah, also applied for the wardship of the children. For weeks now, media reports have suggested Haya was hiding in the British capital after escaping the Gulf Emirates and her billionaire husband. She allegedly took her 2 children with her when she left Dubai. The reason behind Princess Haya's escape are not known, but various hypotheses have been advanced, from rumors of an alleged affair with her British bodyguard to the mistreatment of her Princess Latifa, a daughter of Sheikh Mohammed. And those are other stories we have for you in our international stories. After the short break, we'll be taking a look at our sports stories. Stay tuned.
Programs Wahi, education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. For quality programs, Wahi, education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. For quality programs, Wahi, education and entertainment, for spiritual messages uplifting your soul. We are here. Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives.
You're still watching our team news. Let's take a look at the stories coming in our sports stories. And the Real Madrid poor form in the preseason continues as the Hurricanes score only goal in Audi Cup as Tottenham beat Real Madrid 1-0. Hurricanes scored the only goal as Tottenham won the Audi Cup semi-final against Real Madrid in Munich. Spurs will now face the host Bayern Munich in Wednesday's final on offer the preseason tournament. Real put in a labored performance in a select match with the 150 million signing Eden Hazard at fault as they gifted the ball to Kane to slip past the Keylor Navas. Spurs bright in the first half were much changed for the second period and comfortably heard of uninspiring Real. Staying in the sports story, Dillian Whyte, WBC provisionally suspended status as interim world heavyweight champion. The WBC has provisionally suspended Dillian Whyte's status as the organization interim world heavyweight champion and the mandatory challenger to Deontay Wilder. Whyte tested positive for a banned substance 3 days before he beat Oscar Rivas on 20 July. The Briton 31 will be allowed to present his case to the WBC. Whyte has been #1 ranked with the WBC behind America champion Wilder for more than 600 days. Still in the sports story, Ronaldinho, ex-Brazil and Barcelona star, has property seized over unpaid fines. Former Brazil forward Ronaldinho has had 57 properties seized and his Brazilian and Spanish passport confiscated over unpaid taxes and fines, according to reports in Brazil. The twice World Player of the Year was fined 9.5 million reais, 2.06 million euro, for illegally building a pier at his lake house in the city of Porto Alegre, the newspaper for de Sao Paulo said. But whereas the environmental fine, Ronaldinho is also being pursued by creditors seeking to recover £1.69 million in other debt, such as council taxes. And in the last story coming in this segment, former Leicester City forward Shinji Okazaki joins Malaga on a 1-year deal. Former Leicester City Shinji Okazaki has signed a 1-year deal with the Spanish second division side Malaga. The 33-year-old was part of Leicester City team that won the Premier League in 2016, but he left the Foxes at the end of last season. The Japanese international scored 19 goals in 135 games in 4 years at Leicester. On his departure from the Foxes, the club said Okazaki would be forever revered for the mark he made on the fans. And those are all the stories we have for you in our news here for tonight. See you again tomorrow, same time, same station. Do have a wonderful evening.
Redemption Television Ministries, redeeming lives is our focus. Well, for quality programs, why education